guys, I hope you are doing well. In this session, we're gonna talk about the last trade we had in the academy yesterday on Aussie Cat. And right now, I'm going to explain all those steps that we all know from past sessions. And at the end, you will see what was the reason why we took this trade on this pair. So first of all, as you might know, as a first step, we have to find a kink. Yesterday in the morning, we found this kink, and right now I think it should be like clear for all of you why this one counts as a kink. But for those who doesn't know, a kink in a trend is a pause. And here, as you can see, we have a high here, and in this trend, in this bear trend, if you look and pay attention to the details, here we have some candles, bull candles, and then the price went down. So here it counts as a pause, and we call it kink. This box for us acts as a kink. So we take it. We go to lower time frames to find fresh order zones. So here, as the second step, either in the first leg or the second leg. Also, in the last videos, we were taking this leg as the first one and this one as the second one. But it doesn't matter. If you have a kink, you should either use the first one, which is here, the second one, and the third one. But the third one, it should be between the zone, like inside the box we draw. Like if you want to find the holder kink, it shouldn't be here because it's not inside the box. Also, it shouldn't be here. You see? Let's just extend the box because here it's not inside the box. So first, we should find a holder kink. Here, if you see, we have a holder kink. As you can see here, it held the price, but in return, it couldn't. So this one, it doesn't count as a holder kink for us. So I'm gonna just erase it. And here, I don't see anything. Even if this one held the price, but in return, it couldn't really act as a DP, or I would say a decision point. So in the third leg, we don't have anything. Also in the second leg, if you pay attention, we cannot see really a pause which held the price. So we have to forget about this leg too, and let's just go to the lower time frame and try to find a holder kink here in the first leg, no kink. Here we have a few kinks that we can take it. For example, here, and later on I will explain why, like which one you should take, which one is more important for us if you want to find the MPL or the last box. So we took these three boxes, and between these three, I take this one. I think you might know the reason from the past sessions, the videos we uploaded in the channel. But here, as you can see, a pause and a kink, or here we should say the DP, it should be the break of a kink in the past history. But here, if you pay attention, the break of this kink will be here, somewhere here. And the break is not that important. Also, in the return, if you pay attention, it held the price. But for the second leg, for the second pause, if you pay attention, you can see that it held the price. Also, it comes from a break, and in return, you can see here that it held the price even more compared to the first pause we had here. So This one is more important compared to the last one we had. Also, this is the same here. The DP we found here, it doesn't come from the break of a last or a former king. Also, I mean, you can see here that it might held the price, but in return, it didn't hold it, not as much as the second one. So also this one, it doesn't count. And for the second pause, or I would say the DP we found here, we have two touches. The first touch, which is here, that's the first touch. After the highest high that we had here, I am going to take the first touch. Also the second touch, which it will be here. The lowest point to the highest, which is here. So here, as you can see, in these two boxes, if the price comes back to the first box, the main order we will have in the future will be here in the second box, which will act as our flag limits or FL. But here, since the price didn't come back to the first box here, so still we assume that we have fresh orders here in the first box. So I will delete the second box. And here in the first box, we'll look for the fresh zones to take the order. Here, as our second step, in the first, second, and the third leg, we look for the holder king or the DPs. Here, I cannot take this king, and you already know the reason. Here, nothing. In the second leg, which is here, still nothing. Also here, I cannot see anything. Sometimes it gets really hard to find a holder king in your box. But if you couldn't see it in the same time frame as we have here in a 5-minute chart, you have to go to lower time frames. To 1 minute, for example. If you couldn't find it, let's go to 10 seconds. Over and over till you find a holder king. Here we have the highest high. I see a king here. It holds the price. Then it makes a high here or last high in the box. And in return, it holds the price. And all in all, if you look in this box, you cannot find another holder king which held the price as much as this one. Also, the most important part for this king is that this box, the pause, it comes from a former king, which is here. That was the highest high here in the chart. And in the break, it made the pause we have here. Same as the last one, we have two touches here. The first one and the second one, which it will be somewhere here. But since the price didn't come back to the first box we have here, we take only the first box. And this box will act as our MPL. So I just want to extend the box to see the results. And again, this trade was the trade we took yesterday. And right now, you know all the steps and the reason why we took this trade. That was the first box we had here. And I will show you the results by extending the box. As you can see here, the price came back up, consumed the orders, the fresh orders. And here is the results. And by the way, for taking the position, as always, I don't think there is any point to mention it again, but always you have to put your stop loss plus the spread above the box, and your entry point will be just under the box that we have here. And here is the results. And the last point I wanted to mention is that there's no points and there's no need always to take the whole trend. If you take a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, 1 to 4, it's enough, and in the long term, you will be a profitable trader. So I will promise you that it will be enough for all of you. I hope you like this session, and see you next time.